Hello, Imagination Gurus. This is Jamil, your Imagination Guru. And this month, we're going to have our first appetizer, which is going to be titled the Positron Past. You may ask, what is the Positron Past? A lot of times, we have a lot of things that have happened to us in our lives, from childhood to our teenage years to our adult years, that hinder us from being able to create a lot of past experiences, events, places, and people that have been lodged in our memories and create some type of blockage in order for us to become prosperous, in order for us to become creators. And so I created this appetizer that we call the Positron Past to work on going in the past, your past experiences, your past events, past places, past people who may have caused some type of mental imbalance or disturbance in your psychology to work on that. And in the study of quantum physics, we come into a particle called a positron, a form of energy that is opposite of an electron. And a positron actually is able to move backwards in time. It's a very, very, very strange phenomenon that they found dealing with quantum physics. But in the book, when you read in some of my latter chapters in the book, I talk about the positron and how we have to be able to incorporate this into our consciousness to be able to correct some of the issues in our past simply using the power of imagery and imagination by way of visualization. So in this exercise, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to figure out what are some of the external influences, events, and places where things have happened where we have, it hasn't been so pleasant. It's not friendly reminders when we think of these places or these events. And so the goal here is to wipe out the persistent negative beliefs that become attached to you through these experiences and these events. So once we understand how to correct that, what should happen is your attitude toward that circumstance or that situation should have been changed once you apply this technique regularly and do it for over extended periods of time to help in your psychology and remove some of these things so that we can move forward with our lives and be the creators that we truly were made to be. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and I want you to breathe out 3 times. I want you to look into a large mirror. All of this is in your own consciousness. All of this is in your mind's eye. I want you to close your eyes and visualize a very large mirror. See yourself standing there. Feel yourself standing there. Sense yourself standing there, looking into this mirror. In this mirror, I want you to see all of the significant, disturbing places and or events starting back from your childhood all the way up into now. I want you to see all of the places and events, the things that have happened to you that cause you to be uneased or feeling ashamed or feeling embarrassed or not loved or incomplete. All of these things. And what I want you to do from here, once you have this imagery in your mind and you see these reflections on this mirror that you're now in front of looking into, what I want you to do is I want you to breathe out once you visualize all of these events in this mirror, all of these places in this mirror. Upon doing that, what I want you to do is I want you to correct all of the things, all of the events, all of the places where things that transpired that weren't so happy, that didn't bring you joy from your childhood all the way up to now. I want you to rework the place, the event, the circumstance, okay? If it was something somebody said to you that wasn't loving and caring, I want you to rework that. I want you to hear that same person saying lovely things, kind things, gentle things to you. All right? If it was a moment where you were in a place where pandemonium broke out and a lot of fear was running rapid in the environment, I want you to rework that. I want you to see people smiling in that same place. I want you to see people hugging in that same place. I want you to see people enjoying each other's company in that same place. So these are some examples of how you need to rework that specific incident in your mind's eye. Next, if the event or the place is too intense and you just feel inside of yourself in your mind's eye that it's being difficult to be removed or it's being difficult to be reworked, what I want you to do is I want you to find the biggest fire hose that you can find. Visualize yourself holding a fire hose, aiming this water onto the mirror. And I want you to see that event and that place being washed away from out of the reflection of the mirror. I want you to hold that image there. I want you to thoroughly remove that image. Remove it from the mind's eye so that the mirror is now only reflecting you inside of the mirror. That is the image that you should be seeing now once these events and these places have been removed from the reflection of the mirror. Now I want you to breathe out again. I want you to relax, keeping your eyes closed. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to do the same technique, but this time I want you to put the people who have mistreated you. I want you to see where you have made error in certain situations, where your judgment was not the most loving and the most caring, which has left you feeling regret, anger, and in some cases anxiety about some of the situations and the decisions that you've made in your past. And I want you to rework that as well. And you're going to go from now in the current moment all the way back down to your childhood. Things that have happened, things that you've brought upon your own self by way of decisions, things that other people have said to you that were rude or inconsiderate that made you feel small and didn't big you up and give you encouragement and satisfaction and self-esteem. I want you to rework that vessel. I want you to see those people giving you nothing but encouragement, honoring you, fulfilling your desires, making you feel wanted. I want you to see yourself apologizing to someone for something that you may have done inconsiderate to them. And I want you to forgive yourself. You can remember, you can see the imagery, you remember the day, you remember the time, you can remember the clothes that you had on, the things that they were wearing, what led up to the circumstance. All these things you're reworking in your mind's eye. Once you've completed that, I want you to release it, breathe out, and close out this technique. I want you to repeat this once a day for 7 minutes a day for 21 straight days. Again, that's once a day, 7 minutes per session for 21 days. And I want you to journal the experience that you have before and after, considering you've done this once, before and after each session, and monitor your thoughts, monitor the things that happen to you throughout the day. What's going to happen is you're going to experience a new life. These techniques in your mind's eye are going to create new beliefs from the things that happened in your previous past to the things that are going on now, all the way up from childhood to now your adulthood. And what happens when you have a different belief about a situation, event, person, or circumstance, you start to have new experiences that resemble the belief that's attached to that person, place, or event. So this is the first appetizer. I want you guys to utilize it, practice it every day, journal it, and we can talk about it the next time we have a conversation on our next webinar, which will be December 14th, which is a Sunday. I'm glad and proud to bring you guys this information. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you.